Coach, there are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
Flushed out right. This one complete to Ingram. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the... Four-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Jackson on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Earl Thomas in on the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process?
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 17th touchdown now on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. On second down now, it's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set. Come on, fellas.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. I think this is a free play for Wilson. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Jackson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now it's Jackson rolling to his right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about it.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to...
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Jackson now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, as the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Let's pick it up. Let's get off the field. Good job right there. Good job right there.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Third and long. It's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
None just got home.
Got his man complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one nearly 30 yards, 20.
I got to do my league games first.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have two inbounds in the NFL.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson being chased out left. Incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Jackson. He's got a man. Complete. That's a 1st down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 6 guys. Yo, kill. Turn up. Kill, turn up.
From the gun, Jackson buying time to his left. He uncorks it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. To throw is Jackson, forced out to his left. He's going deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. And oh, it's blocked. And it's accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down. 3 down. Hey. Check. 3 down. Check Mike. 99.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Three quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Here now Roberts. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now because he saw that happen during his coaching career.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Wilson escaping the pressure right.
Hell, Claude.
Nice game.
Yo, I'm putting in work with this team I got. Yo, whoever the Eagles is, bro, I don't know if they suck.
Even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how
I ain't beating them that bad yet, but I...
Big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Oh, shit. Bro, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. You lying.
Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
Bro, I'm doing the same drop for bullshit.
Connects on the PAT.
And I have a 50 middle linebacker, 50 overall. You did, but no, it wasn't my linebacker. It was my center is a 50 overall. I know. I'm just gonna collect picks, bro. I just want to see what I can do with this shit ass team. The only thing I really got is fucking Matt Ryan. Rest of that is just, oh, that's easy. Really? No. What?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This ball game it certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time.
I don't get this. I think it might be because my corners don't shit either. Huh?
Able to record his 5th sack.
Oh, so you think he's simming it?
Well, they're in some hot water now.
Oh.
It's 2nd and 21. Jackson now. He's going to go deep for Beasley. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But no, this nigga does suck, though. I ain't gonna even see your cap.
Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Mike, check, 59. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 26. Kill. Check 3.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now look at this. Big game.
I'm about to. Why you peeking at me, bro, like you fucking stalking?
You hate the fumble at the end of the play.
Bro, I'm just
prior to that, I liked a lot
running over this nigga, dog.
Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But
yeah, this nigga's a hack, bro.
That close to the sideline.
This is the one you said?
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
I need people. I thought it was just my backup. Real shit. I ain't after I did all the trades, I didn't even look at my plays.
Fuller.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Hey, Fuller.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now
Bro, I want to see what I can do against this team.
Okay, he cheating over there.
Really?
Bro, I threw the ball, bro. My gosh, bro.
Bro, I knew fucking Julio brought that bitch up.
I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low.
You don't understand.
I
don't even use Julio like
right from the word go.
Yo, he ain't. I was looking at him. He a 99, right?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson.
Okay, so
Matt Ryan's left nut. What? Yo, I ain't gonna cap that motherfucker.
Because I fumbled. I mean, he fumbled. They gonna make me fumble. All right, bro. That's corny.
No, this is actually him playing though.
What we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the
you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
I ain't gonna cap. I thought you knew all these people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, your boy's trash.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey. I got real bold with that one. He'll get it down here to the 43. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
But nah, if I'm sitting here really trying, bro, that last drive I did, I just ran about, it was like a 6-play drive. Each play was different.
That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle.
I'm telling you.
And he will have a first
I didn't adjust that shit though.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson's going to throw it.
I fucking missed that shit.
They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
Yeah, you ain't got to work this week?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After
I don't got to be out of here until next Thursday. Oh, shit. Oh, all right, so you going to be here? It's fucking Friday or Saturday, Wednesdays. I just need help bringing some boxes down. I'm finishing up packing and shit right now. That's it. Crazy. No, this game ain't even fun, bro. I'm just over here just doing this. I get it over with. I don't understand. I'm trying to just get this season over with so I can just take all the picks and build.
Is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go.
But you know, if I can make the playoffs, though, you know what I'm saying?
Reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Oh my God.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Hey, Trent.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
Yo, Trent.
And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on. Get it done. And
Yo.
we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Been here, but I didn't know if you were talking.
I'm in this Madden League shit.
I'm just trying to finish this game up so I can catch this quick L. He doesn't understand. I'm trying to let him win, but he's still fucking it up.
So for Baltimore, they remain one of the hottest teams.
Another pick. Come on, bro. You can't be throwing shit like that.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before
I don't want the ball, bro. I'm trying to fucking lose.
Seattle, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.